my privilege status is at the top world level of privilege. I am a white, heterosexual male with a very positive and supportive family who is affluent, who is wealthy, and allows me to do whatever I want to do. And I am the first to admit that. I'm getting a lot of criticism saying the reason that you made that video talking about animal rights and promoting your animal rights agenda in light of what's happening with people of color in my country and with the Black Lives Matter movement is because I come from a place of privilege and I get to worry about animal rights because I don't have to worry about all the other issues. And you are 100% correct. Because of my privilege, again, this is not a learned behavior. I didn't learn to have this privilege. I was born with this privilege. I lack some of the sensibility and experiences that most other people have that weren't born in my position, again, as a heterosexual, white, affluent male. And I get it. I wouldn't have made that initial video if I was being, oppressed in this world, because I'm never oppressed, because we live in a racist and prejudiced culture where someone of my look and status is never gonna get in trouble. No one is really ever going to bother me. And that is so messed up. Obviously that I don't have to worry about that and others do just because of things that they were born with, maybe their financial status or the color of their skin, and that is so messed up. But I get to be an animal rights activist because I am so privileged, and that's the issue that I have to worry about. So I'm just trying to internalize and soak in and just also apologize for everybody that I offended by using this, Black Lives Matter movement momentum in order to promote my agenda for another species that doesn't even, affect me in my everyday life. I get how crappy that can be to someone who is oppressed in their everyday life, and I'm sorry for that. I admit that I'm coming from a point of privilege that most people don't have, so I get to pick and choose what issues that I care about. And if you watched my last apology response video, I should have never made the initial video in the time sensitivity trying to compare the Black Lives Matter movement to what's happening with animal rights. Is it true that millions of animals are getting tortured and slaughtered every day? Yes, but that doesn't mean that it's more important than any other social justice movement. And also, it's not appropriate to always bring that up when the spotlight is on another movement where it should be. I believe that 100%, and it was my insensitivity that I decided to sort of flip the switch and say, oh yeah, Black Lives Matter stuff, but animal rights. No, and I admit that I did that because I come from a place of privilege where the Black Lives Matter movement, while I obviously support it, I'm not being targeted every single day on the streets, and that's why I was insensitive to not give that the full spotlight. So again, I'm sorry, and I just want to be as transparent and clear about this because I am not a bad person. I am also not a perfect person. I am naive in many ways, and the beautiful thing about YouTube is that when I come transparent and open to you guys and do something messed up, you can tell me, I can admit to my mistakes, and I can learn from it so I don't do it in the future. So thank you again if you've left some feedback or some criticism, because it's making me a better activist.